Hello, my name's George Cairns, and in this video lesson I'm going to show you how to persuade your subjects to move into a more pleasing composition after you've taken the photograph, courtesy of the Content Aware Move tool. Here's the original photo, and I've managed to nudge the sheep to the right there without changing the composition of the rest of the shot, before and after. And the cool thing is, when you drag and drop the sheep into a new position, it replaces the gap that you would create with appropriate pixels of grass, of water, etc. So that's a really cool way of creating a more balanced composition. The sheep are now more central compared to where they were in the original photograph, and I didn't need to do any complex cloning to recompose my subjects into the perfect position. Now, before you start to edit your photograph using the Content Aware Move tool, let's just click on our background thumbnail and press Command or Control J to create a copy. So we've got the original photograph accessible if we need that in the future. Let's say things go wrong, we want to start again, for example. Now we can go to the Tools panel, and if you click and hold down on the Spot Healing brush, you'll see that the Content Aware Move tool is sharing the same compartment. So click to select that, and then make sure it's set to Move rather than Extend. Then we can select a subject such as the sheep in the middle here, and then just click and draw around him like so, and then drag him into the new position, more centrally perhaps, something like that should do the trick. And then when I click the tick at the top here, it's going to replace this area here with appropriate pixels. Sometimes it does a better job than others, so if that doesn't work quite right, press Command Z to undo or Control Z on the PC, and then try it again. Let's drag it up a little bit higher this time, something like that perhaps. Click the tick again, and that's a more successful clone there as it's replacing the content with appropriate pixels. And click and draw around this sheep here, and we'll just try and move him a little bit more to the right. A rough and ready selection should do the trick, something like that. Looks like a good new position. Click the tick again, and then you should find it will replace the original sheep with appropriate bits of grass and shoreline. And finally, let's make a selection around this chap here and quickly draw around the edge there, go up around the stones in the shoreline as well, create a bit of space around the edge of the sheep, drag it to its new position, and then click the tick to then fill in this area using Content Aware technology. That's not too bad a job. Command D or Control D will deselect the marquee and give you a better look at the automatic blend that it's created. Now, once the Content Aware Move tool has done the heavy lifting, it's worth zooming in to take a closer look at any artifacts that it may have left, such as a duplicate rock here. And what we can do is get rid of that by using the Spot Healing brush tool. We can set that to Content Aware as well. And then if we click and spray over this area here, we can try and then get the shoreline to kind of match up a little bit more. It's created more repetitive patterns there, but if you click on those, you should be able to flatten them out quite effectively, like so. And you can always hide some of these repetitive patterns as well by grabbing the Clone Stamp tool, which is this one here. If we pop over to here and Alt-click on this little reed poking up, we can then take that and place that over this area here, just to disguise the fact that we've been editing this area. There we go. I'm going to hold down the space bar and click and drag. You can see there's a little bit of a line here as well. So while we've got the clone stamp selected, I'm just going to Alt-click and then sample this area here. I'm going to reduce the opacity to create a more gentle blend, and then just spray over this area here. And that gets rid of the slightly sharp line created by the Content Aware Move tool. Z for the zoom tool, right-click, and let's choose Fit on Screen. And there's the before, and there's the after, and we've managed to position the sheep in more pleasing, balanced composition without the involvement of any sheepdogs or lots of clone stamp work.